My dad is better than mine.
Hey, yeah, I could the other day. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it now. Y'all all well? Mr. West?
Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this time we have together. We're thankful for this beautiful time of the year. We pray that as we go into this meeting, you'll be with us, help us to make the right decisions. Help us always to be ready to help each other however we may. And we pray that you'll always be with us and save us from heaven. Our prayer in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Break.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We sure appreciate everybody being guest here. Miss Ruby come. We welcome her. She hasn't been one. I've been here, so we appreciate you showing up. So we'll get started with the minutes.
motion to receive. Second.
I got a motion. I got a second. All in favor? Any opposed? We got the treasurer's report.
County General has a balance of $935,218.97. County Road has a balance of $1,190,000. $1,190,754.45. Total funds under my control, $8,649,524.74. FEMA received this month was $176,293.28, which is the total for the year. Sales tax this month was $124,881.76, up from prior year, same month, $11,670.14. 14 cents, thank you. For the year, sales tax revenue, $124,426.56. Jail bond tax was $90,369.02.
Anybody got any questions on that?
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Let's stay on assessor's report.
I'm standing in for Tanya. She's had surgery this morning. She says she turned in her report and absolutely.
Yeah, you have not to go. You have not got to read it if you don't want to. Everybody's got it. So,
Motion.
got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. The collector's report.
I will have checks maybe tomorrow, 2.8 million for current and 60,000 for delinquent. I was holding up on writing the final check. Last week I got a $5,000 hot check, and I just didn't want to bounce my big check, so I'm kind of holding back, but I probably will have them ready tomorrow.
Anybody got any questions?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Before I go any further, the sheriff has had an accident at the jail, so he's taking an inmate to the hospital. So if we got any questions, you can call or ask me, and I'll give him a call real quick, get it answered. But he just got a call. He called me out there, and somebody had fell off of something. I don't want to elaborate, 'cause I really don't know what the issue is, but he's taking him to the emergency room. OEM report.
911 address has been pretty busy, trying to correct and fix some. We've added some new lanes, multiple residents on them. We had a truck wreck at 14 South yesterday, working with ADEQ to mediate the situation there. We're having to remove the soil and do soil sampling and then replace the soil. Any questions?
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let her stand. E911 report.
October gave us a record number of total calls since I have been employed here, 939. I'm hoping they kind of go down, but this month has been pretty busy. 640 were 911 calls, 299 were landline or radio calls. We're still working on training. I'm happy to report that my staffing numbers have gone up 2 since I printed this report out at the end of the month. So we're currently sitting at 5, we were at 5, we're now at 7 full-time starting tomorrow. I've got one coming on. So we're getting in a better situation that way, focusing on some heavy-duty training. We did have some technical issues that we're working through. We had to replace some equipment. I'm not sure when the generator did its check, if it caused the surge or if there was an electrical surge that caused malfunction in the generator. But one of my 911 consoles went down. Fortunately, we had another one for backup. And so I did an RA and got a replacement part up in for that. So we've got it up and going. Rev cord, my hard drive went down. So I've got an RA in to get it replaced. And so it's just putting out fires is what I've been doing. Any questions?
I got one.
Yes, sir.
At last night's OEI meeting in Oakland, they were talking about, the fire chief was there giving a report about calling 911 calls. They were talking about different towers. When you and I talked a month or two ago, we did a test on 911. It was my understanding that if they did a text on 911, it would ring at the Marion County. Is that correct?
That is correct. Now you have to keep in mind, and if you look at my report, you're going to see 70 transferred to other counties.
Okay.
So what that means is, for whatever reason, the powers that be, the satellites control where the calls come in and go. So you may call 911 every day of the week,
Sure.
and 90% of the calls will come to us, but there's that off chance it may get sent to another county.
Yeah.
And so we received 70 calls for the month that we transferred either to Baxter County, Boone County, or Searcy County. So, but we're set up to be able to do that. We're able to just transfer that call, get it to the county that needs to address the issue.
So so if my experience, it was different, but what we're saying now in some of these outlying areas, if they dial just 911, 90% of the time it's gonna go to Marion County, which then has to be patched to Baxter County 911.
And there's no way for me to predict if or
That's
when.
right. I
It's
understand
just,
that.
you know, the way the
Okay.
call's received and
Okay.
what tower it hits.
We got one more question. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Short. Susie and I, we're working through a process now where there's a delay in some of the calls over there. We're working through a process now to where when they handle the calls, it'll automatically run through whatever town one it needs to handle.
All right.
Any other questions?
Thank you. I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Grant report. Did somebody? I'll go ahead. Grant report.
There's really no changes from what I reported, other than our reporting time frame to U.S. Treasury has changed again. We still have not got our final rule on how to use the funds. And That's it.
You got any questions on this?
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Law enforcement report, everybody's got them in front, like I stated before, the sheriff had an emergency he had to go tend to. He said he had all the numbers and he had them all printed out for Claudia, and he said he would get all that to us, but he had them all sitting right on front, so all that would be good.
What's in our packet?
I don't have no idea. He had a piece of yellow paper and all the numbers wrote down on them.
Because I am concerned about the metro report that's in the packet.
Yeah.
Because it's lacking an awful lot. I don't think it's worth calling him about, because I'll just talk to him tomorrow.
Anybody
I
else?
want to go on record that I'm concerned.
We'll address that. Anybody else got any questions?
I got one in the, looking at the budget for this year, next year, I noticed that Metro went from 210,000 to 135,000 was the projected revenue. I want to know what the
Right.
change was to reduce that, want that to be on record for,
Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with this report.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to new business.
okay.
Thank you.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Library report?
Hi, this week is International Games Week, so we're doing programs all week long to celebrate international league games. And one of the new programs that we're having started last week called Grannies Who Game. So it's Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and I just want to let everybody know about that. If you are a granny or even if you're not, you can pretend like one. You can come on in and you can learn how to play different board games and then you can check them out and take them home with you. We also have virtual game night that's happening right now. It's going to 10, so we'll just skip right over that. But the rest of the week, we've got a game night tomorrow that we've added in for International Games Week. And our numbers are looking good for all of our other programs and our virtual views and all of that great stuff that I put in the report.
Anybody got any questions?
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Road report. Right now, we've got 2 bridges washed out and 1 road washed out for a ways. Lake's so high up, we've been working on them for weeks. We've reached out to the Corps. The Corps said it wasn't their problem. They're doing flood control for the farmers down south. We've got the state involved. We got the state engineers involved to tell us what we need to do on the roads, and we got the state involved to look at the bridges. And right now, we're going to put the paperwork in for 2 new bridges. We got that in the works right now. We'll finish up Sister Creek maybe next week. Then we'll start on Jimmy's Creek. We're starting on it now, but we'll get it started. But that's where we're at on that. So if anybody's got any questions on that?
Motion.
Do what?
We skipped the fair board.
Oh,
make
we did?
motion
I'm
to
sorry.
This one.
All this good. But anybody got any questions on the road?
Motion.
You got a motion? You got a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Fair board report?
So, I gave you my financial report. Are there any questions?
I got one, I asked for the fair budget to be put on that budget worksheet.
I emailed that to you.
Okay, I'll double check it then, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
but I can resend it.
Okay, all right, I'll take a look, thank you,
Okay, you're welcome.
okay.
Anybody got any questions for the fair?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let it stand. Quarry report. If anybody got any questions on that, they can read it. We've hauled out 304 loads, 5,472 tons. Then Martin's Farm hauled out 168 tons. Total crush was 4,272, and the total tonnage out was 5,472.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We have, on the quarry, we had no permits or no license out there, and we didn't know all that until they put the feed mill in. They did a Google search of Marion County and found the quarry out there. So now that we got all the permits and the correct license and all that. Solid waste. Fire chief's report.
I can echo what Susan said. We've had a busy month. In fact, November's starting out pretty busy. I can see that EMS and MVAs have really gone up. In fact, we had one Saturday. Sheriff's office had, over the weekend, a bunch of wrecks. But anyway.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Planning board,
Nothing new to report this last week.
budget personnel.
We have the minutes in the packet, and we've met several times, and I think the budget will probably be finalized well before our meeting next month.
Anybody got any questions on that? Law enforcement committee,
No meetings.
did you say you just wanted to schedule one, Rick? Did you say you wanted to schedule one for
Not yet.
solid waste committee,
Nothing at this time.
procedures and management
No
committee?
meeting.
Got any old business we need to talk about?
The reports I gave out at the last meeting, I'd like to know what everybody thinks on them.
Everybody get the reports from Rick?
Those would be the reports that we get on a monthly basis showing different aspects of the budget, that'd be through the treasurer's office. I just need to know what everybody's thinking. If they think it's a good idea, I'll proceed with getting with her tomorrow.
I think we need some of the reports. Some of the ones I looked at, I think we need some of them.
Yeah.
You know, some of the deposits have been made and all that, or we know where it's coming from and where it's going out to. We need those reports.
They also had in there the expenditures per month. Expenditures per month last year.
Yep.
Expenses this year and expenses last year. Some of them, I just think they'd be a better product for.
Reports are not being produced. Am I wrong in that?
Say it again?
Are not being presented? Is that
There was a lot of reports in there I picked that are more representative of what we run into out here. It gives you a better handle quicker on what was happening in the past and what's happening now.
Okay, well, Judge, Mr. Chairman, I'll add to that. I want to say in February, when you requested a whole bunch of reports, we modified or we amended the inventory report to include on county vehicles, the numbering and who's assigned to the vehicle. Because when we had other discussions with the sheriff's office, we discovered a lot of vehicles were still on the inventory, not assigned to anyone, and they were just sitting out there. And I don't know if that report's been updated or not. That was done in February. Inventory report is supposed to be presented every month to us and to the county judge, because we were cited with the audit report out of date inventory report. So I want to know, I see there's an ordinance in here now to buy another car. And I just want to know how many cars do we have and who's assigned to them.
Don't know about
Put that
that.
on record, Mr. Chairman, because I see another car now this week, and I realize it's not going to cost us money. That's not the issue.
A lot of the cars is wrecked and totaled out, junked. But I want to answer your question. I've got probably 15 pickups up there. There's no way I can sign one person to that because I got everybody up there that drives those trucks.
That's right.
I can tell you everybody's name that might drive the truck,
Yeah.
but I ain't got nobody assigned to one truck but the road
In
foreman.
your case, that's a true statement. It's my understanding that the deputies are assigned a car that they take home. It's a whole different ballgame. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I agree with that. But people are assigned a car or a vehicle. And I have to have that inventory report that who's getting a car for what purpose. Because this all came about with the inventory of cars we found in February. So.
Yep. Anybody else got any questions? All right, we'll go to new business. I've got some new business here. Anybody else got any new business we want to talk about before we get started? Here's what's going on in the county new. we got our new grader in, and I checked all the interest rates in all the banks, and Arvis Banks is the cheapest interest, will save us the most money. So I just need to go on court to either approve or not approve. So I need a hand on that to let Arvis finance the new grader.
Motion to let Arvis finance the new grader.
That's what I need.
Second.
I got a second. All in favor? Since we bought this grader last year, the graders that we got had went up $70,000 in 6 months, so we probably won't be buying no more of those. The insurance that we got has went up 39%. So that's, everybody else has dropped us. Our medical payments so far was $507,000, and our premium was $200,000. But this has done this for several years in a row. So we've checked around and checked all of them out. So we're trying to determine what we need to do. We got $178,000 worth of FEMA money last month that we want to pay off a couple of tractors with, and we're getting $234,000 more here in the next day or two. And we got one job a little bit late, and they helped $2,000 back, and I think they're going to give it to us. So we're going to get $236,000 maybe. We also signed an agreement with the state to do the snow removal. We've done that last year, and it's the first time that we ever taken money from the state. So from job to job, we want to charge them $150 an hour for every grader that hits the road, and $50 an hour for every truck. Then the new pews and stuff for the annex courtroom will be here the 28th of this month. We got a new podium and new pews for it. And I think Miss Dawn is getting new furniture for the break room out here for the courthouse. And they should be here, I think the 28th also, or somewhere.
No, next Thursday, the 18th.
Yep, next Thursday. The heating and cooling is giving us trouble over here at the annex, and over here too, we're looking at that. We got our generators in. We're waiting on the gas to be hooked up and some more wiring. You know, our E911 center up there right now, we got about a 5 to 12 spot up there to work in. Bathrooms all the way at the end of the jail. We're gonna look at that. You know, because moving 911, they want to give us a bigger room. We'll stay where we're at. If not, we're gonna try to remodel the old jail, move it up there. We're gonna try to get it where they can work comfortable. Right now, they got no bathrooms, no break room or anything, and it's sort of aggravating with the door having to stay open. Everybody walking in and out, which that's against the law to start with. But we're gonna try to get that corrected. All orders are filed from the, and Mark Don is putting every contract, file, and everything in the court room like it's supposed to be.
That means court orders?
Yeah, court orders,
Okay.
whatever. Everything's been filed. Anything that the county's doing, Miss Don is filing for us from the state, whatever. And we had to transfer some money to the hazardous litigation plan that we got, and we're gonna get reimbursed some of that. She'll talk about that in a little bit. And the assessor has filled out the paperwork all the way. This we need to talk about. We ready to go? If not, we're gonna get started on the ordinance number 1.
This is ordinance 2021-99. I'll just say that there have been no changes in this from last year. Being enacted by the Quorum, Marion County, Arkansas, and ordinance being entitled, an ordinance levying taxes for the various taxing units in Marion County for the tax year 2020 taxes and levied by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas. County General, 5 mills, personal property, that's real estate, personal property, 5 mills, county road, 3 mills, and 3 mills, county library, 0.9 mills, 0.9 mills, total mills, 8.9 mills, fire protection tax, commonly referred taxes 15 cents an acre, Acts 865 and 1039, schools, this is both for their personal, their real estate and personal, Ozark Mountain School, 36.5, Yellville Summit, 36.98, Flippin, 36.40, Mountain Home, 32.16, Marshall, 36.55, and Lead Hill, 39. In the cities, the real estate and property are the same, and it's going to be city, Payette, 5 mills, Yellville, 5 mills, Yellville Fire Pension, 1 mill, City of Summit, 4.8 mills, City of Flippin, 1.8 mills, City of Flippin Fireman's Pension, 0.4 mills, City of Bull Shoals, 3.5 mils. City of Bull Shoals Fire Department, 1.5 mils. Article 2, if any provision or article of this ordinance is held invalid by a court of competent jurisdiction, such validity shall not affect other provisions and sections of this ordinance, and to such and the provisions and sections of this ordinance are declared to be severable. Article 3, it is hereby declared this ordinance is necessary for the Marion County to comply with state law and protect the welfare, health, and safety and the property of the people of Marion County.
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
You got a second? Anybody need to talk about this?
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Dawn, whenever you're ready.
Ordinance 2021-100, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to transfer funds between offices, whereas a clerical error was made in paying an invoice to Yellcott Telephone in the amount of $353.07 and was paid from the clerk's office general fund instead of the recorder's fund. Therefore, between telephone 553.07 subtract 1,102.7563. Appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective. I'm sorry, who seconded?
James.
Thank you. Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2021-101. Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled an ordinance amending the annual operating budget and numbers and compensation ordinance 21-4 for the calendar year 2021 for Marion County, Arkansas. Whereas the Marion County Road Department is requesting funds from the additional motor fuel tax fund 2003 Act 416 of 2019 to purchase product and repair and reseal Marion County roads 7001, 7002, 7006, 7013, 7022, and 5040. Whereas there are sufficient funds available in Fund 2003 for said transfer and appropriation. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, that Article 1, the county treasurer is hereby authorized to transfer $135,000 from additional road fuel tax fund 2003 Act 416 of 2019 into County Road Fund 2000. From 2003 additional motor fuel tax fund, $135,000 that subtract to 2000 county road, $135,000 add. Article 2, the comptroller is hereby authorized to make the following new appropriations as follows. From 2003, additional motor fuel tax fund, Act 416 of 2019, $135,000 subtract from 2003 888-999 to 2,200 County Road 2024 maintenance service contracts, $20,000 add. 2,200 2034 repair and seal roads, $115,000 add. Article 3, this ordinance herein is acted as an appropriation ordinance and therefore is effective immediately.
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
You got a second? Anybody talk about this one?
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood.
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Thank you. One thousand or 2021-102, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, State of Arkansas, the ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to establish a special revenue fund to be named building permits and inspection fees, whereas for each $100 building permit received, $25 will continue to be deposited into county general, and $75 will be deposited into Fund 3407 to be used only for the payment of the county building inspector. Article 1, affirmation. It comes before the court that there is a need to establish a special revenue fund on the books for the county to track the revenues and expenditures of the building permits and inspection fees. The court recognizes and affirms the need for such a fund to properly account for and control all such revenues received and expenditures made in compliance with all applicable laws and guidance from the U.S. Treasury. Article 2, establishment of fund. There is hereby created on the books for the treasurer and both the Marion County Comptroller a special revenue fund to be known as the building permits and inspection fees with the fund number 3407. The revenue code for the federal assistance through the ARP Act is assigned by legislative office is 8731. Article 3, operation of fund and ordinance to establish a special revenue fund to be named building permits and inspection fees. Whereas each $100 building permit received, $25 will continue to be deposited into county general, and $75 will be deposited into Fund 3407 to be used only for the payment of the county building inspector. Article 4, emergency clause. It is hereby determined that this ordinance is essential for the safety, health, and welfare of the citizens of Marion County. Therefore, an emergency is declared to exist, and this ordinance is being necessary for the immediate health, safety, and welfare of Marion County citizens shall be in full force and effect from and after the date of its passage.
Motion.
Second. Got a motion, got a second. Anybody talk about this?
Who made the motion? Who seconded?
Mike.
Thank you.
Anybody talk about this?
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next ordinance on the agenda has been pulled.
At the moment, the election officials,
Pardon me?
the numbers and counts of the election officials.
No, we pulled it out.
Yeah,
Darn.
We'll break it next month.
Okay. They have to wait a month for my new card.
Yeah.
Okay. I would really entertain a motion to read this by title only.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Second. Got a motion, a second.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood.
Yes.
This is 103. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled an ordinance to establish premium pay and to amend the annual operating budget and members and compensation ordinance 2021-4 for the calendar year 2021 for the Marion County, Arkansas, to make additional appropriations and for other purposes.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody talk about this one? I'm gonna talk about it. This is for county employees that's present working. If you quit tonight when you leave, you will not get it. It's absolutely for employees and current employees working. I'm gonna make that very clear. It's not for anybody that has worked or anybody's gonna quit when we leave this meeting. It's for employees. That's all I got to say. And we appreciate all the employees that did all the hard work.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
We surely appreciate that.
Yes. Oops. Ordinance 2021-104, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2008-40 to reflect changes in administration and responsibilities of the Marion County Library Board. Whereas on December 3, 2008, the Marion County Quorum Court enacted ordinance number 2008-40 to repeal 2008-39 to terminate the existing Marion County Library Board and reorganize the Marion County Library Board in accordance with ACA 13-2104 and ACA 14-14-705. Whereas ordinance 2008-40 returned to the Marion County Library Board from an advisory board to an administrative library board. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Marion County, Arkansas, that Section 1, that the existing Marion County Library Board shall continue to administer and operate the Marion County Library. Section 2, that all individuals employed now and in the future by the Marion County Library shall be county employees for the purpose of benefits and compensation. Section 3, that all library employees shall be subject to and be under the Marion County employee policy. Section 4, further, any and all employee compensation shall be subject to the direction of the rules and regulations for the Marion County employees as set forth by the Quorum Court and administered by the county judge. Section 5, that any contracts or leases that would be binding upon the board and or the library require review and approval of the Marion County judge and filed of record with the clerk of the court. Section 6, whereas this ordinance is considered an emergency and is effective immediately. Section 7, severability clause, the various articles and parts of this ordinance are to be considered severable, and therefore, if any article or part is found to be invalid for any reason, it shall not invalidate the remaining provisions thereof.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second?
Okay,
Claudia,
Claudia, thank you. I can't hear tonight, I'm sorry.
anybody want to talk about this one? Library, they talk about it?
I believe we sent a response to this to the members of the Quorum Court, how the library board feels about it.
Yep.
That the, y'all all should have gotten it in your emails and read what our opinion is of this ordinance.
Yeah.
It was sent to me through Brett, but I didn't get it.
Anybody else want to talk about this one?
I got a question.
Yep.
The library board's not here?
They are.
We are.
Oh, you are, is the whole
Yes,
board
we
here?
are.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
May I give you?
I would introduce them, yeah.
We have Kurt Bryant is on our board
Okay.
and his, oh Lord. Don't do that, I'm nervous enough. He is on our board and his wife, Joan, has fallen ill.
Okay.
So he's taking care
I
of
can-
her.
yeah.
And Carl McBee had
Yeah.
other arrangements for the evening, he couldn't make it.
Okay.
And Marcia frankly lives very, very far away. So we didn't want her to have to travel too late in the dark. But at least 2 out of those 3 can be reached by phone if you have any questions or comments about the response. I just wanted to share that.
I just want to, at the meeting we were at, we asked why wasn't the library board members presenting the budget to us and explaining it to us, if I recall. Am I wrong?
Yeah, we good.
I thought at the budget meeting, we questioned why, there was some questions about some salaries, and we asked why wasn't that presented by the board, the chairman especially, to present it so they could explain it to us, and I think that,
In
Well,
my
things kinda went
understanding, and
south.
I apologize if I misunderstood this, but I thought you wanted us to do that in the future. The board has never presented the budget before.
Right.
Since I've been there.
Yeah.
So I think they'd be happy to be at next year's budget meeting, but I think it was one
I
of
would
those too little
suggest they
too
be there
late.
at next year's budget.
I will explain this very simple, how this all got started, and then I'm not going to elaborate on anymore. You can talk to the attorneys if you need to. What started this is we got a bathroom down up there. It's been down 5 months that they're going to tear the whole library up. That the board never took action on. In 30 minutes, we're not tearing the library up. We got to give us the correct thing, how it needs to be done, still tearing all the floors out, jackhammering out. Also, there was some raises given with a pan form of about $2,000 a year that nobody knew nothing about, but the library board and whoever filed it. And the library is, whether the library wants to accept this or not, y'all are employees of Marion County and you will be treated the same and you will not be treated special because you're the library. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Anything else you can direct to the attorneys or the Arkansas state attorneys, because I've already talked to them. So, we'll go from there. And you will be getting a letter next week, and I will express that to you some more. Yes, sir.
Before we move on, David, the letter that they sent us, did you read it, the email?
I did, yeah.
Is there any validity to it? Are we safe to move on?
Does not change the position of the county wishes to take.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to talk about this? Let's move on.
One moment, please. Justice McCullough,
Abstain.
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
No.
Justice Shipman. Oh, you are here. Never mind. Sorry. Motion failed.
I guess you give yourself all the raises you want to. The court's all right with it. So I apologize. I didn't realize that stuff like that.
Mr. Chairman,
That it, Mac, we just voted down. They can do what they please. Yeah, let's move on. That subject's over with.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to read the rest of them by title only.
I'm with you.
Second.
Okay. Okay, Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
yes.
Justice Nichols, no, sorry, Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Can I bring back up my ordinance for giving all elected officials raises? Can I put it back on the table? I feel like it was passed tonight. I'd like to bring that up and run it through there. Yeah, I'm all for it now. I said we got it.
What was pulled, you're saying, Judge?
Yeah, I'd like to put it back on the table if I can. I'd like to give,
Motion and put it back on.
Wait. Can we do one thing at a time?
yes, ma'am. I
Can we
just want to make
finish?
sure that gets put back on before we leave.
Okay. We'll do that next,
Yep.
okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. This is ordinance 121-105. An ordinance to establish the Marion County Fair and Livestock Show Advisory Board. And this ordinance repeals ordinance 2013-34.
Motion.
Good motion.
Second.
You got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
I missed what you read. I was thinking about the last one. What was it again? Can you read it again? Title.
Library
An
board?
ordinance to establish the Marion County Fair and Livestock Show Advisory Board.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
If anybody needs to know the answer to this, the law states they can't have but 5 on an advisory board. And the fair board is administrative board. I mean, they can have but 5 on administrative board, and they got 9. And we're gonna go back to administrative advisory board where they can have 9 where they get the state funds. They got to have 9 on the board to get the fund from the livestock and poultry. Best I know.
Justice,
Brian, see that right?
The way I understand it.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yeah.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, now, go back to where it's
Yeah.
This is the one that was pulled.
Okay, I need a motion.
Motion, you got it.
Brady motioned it. Just need a second. You gonna second it?
I'll second it.
Yep. Mike
Who
seconded.
motion, I'm sorry, who? did the first-
Brady made a motion and Mike seconded. Anybody need to talk about this one?
Well, Brady made the motion to put back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, Justice Scrima.
Yeah.
Justice White,
Yeah.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden.
What?
6. It's amending ordinances 2017-9 and 2017-13, numbers of compensation for elected officials, and to amend ordinance 2021-4, the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2021 for Marion County, Arkansas.
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
You got a second?
Is that in our packet, Don?
Anybody need to talk about this one? Anybody need to talk about this ordinance here? I researched every class 2 county in the state of Arkansas. Everybody in the courthouse is making less than anybody in the state, just about. There's 1 or 2 counties make more, but very seldom. The class 1 counties below us is making more than these women here and the county judges in Jackson County is making 99,000. Madison County, every one of them making more than Marion County. Yes, ma'am.
When the budget committee met on Thursday, you brought this up, that this was gonna be in our packet. And I thought the budget committee made the decision that it wasn't fair to give ourselves raises if we're not offering the county employees a raise.
You can
So
opt
I am
out.
against it.
Yeah, you can opt out. We're fine with that. I mean, you can write a statement that you ain't got to take a raise, and we'll keep you out of it. I mean, we're good with
I
that.
just don't, I thought the budget committee discussed that we were doing it in February after we knew how the.
Claudia, when we, at that meeting, ours came up, that's when I think, I can't speak for everyone, I know I said, I didn't think it looked right, but we're asking for to hold raises, and yet we're gonna get a raise into perception, I agree with you.
Wait just a second. Goose, was you want to talk? Would you raise your hand? Or you just, all right, go ahead, tell them.
I make a motion to strike the justice of the peace pay and keep the rest of the raises.
I got a motion to strike all the JPs.
Wait.
I got a second from Wesley.
Okay, Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
No.
Justice Shipman.
Yes.
I need hearing.
Yes.
Yes. Justice Brigham,
Again, I need clarification on what we're voting on. We voting on striking?
striking the JPs from the ordinance.
Yes.
And Justice McCullough.
Yes.
Ma'am?
Justice Scrima,
Okay, yes.
sorry. You were rattled all of a sudden. Okay.
You don't recognize me with my hair.
Yeah, you nearly as
Okay,
good,
so
as
now
good as
I've
mine.
got the motion. Okay, we're striking the JPs, so we're going to adopt this as amended. I still have Justices Madden and Scrima moved and seconded. Everybody good with that?
Is it,
Amen.
I got a question. Will this make the county judge the highest paid employee in the county, or are you still gonna be?
So we're gonna be just a little less. We're gonna be the highest paid than the sheriff, and Don has got 2 jobs on it. Then we're gonna bring up the collector and the treasurer now up 5,000 and something. I think I can't remember what's
I
there.
guess specifically what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna be making more or less than
More.
the librarian?
Yeah, barely. I mean, she can give herself another raise if she wants to.
Right.
So she knows she may go above me since she found out that I'm getting everybody's getting a
I see
raise.
what you- Okay, I see what you're asking.
So this would make us up right now. The librarian will be making more than every elected official. So y'all do what you want to do. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to take up for the elected officials.
Okay, I don't know where I'm at. Let's start with Justice White,
No.
Justice Underwood,
Stay.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
No.
Justice McCullough,
No.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
motion failed.
We appreciate it. I guess we need to move to the library. We appreciate y'all.
Okay. This is 21-107. This is an ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2021 for Marion County, Arkansas. And basically, this is the car ordinance for the sheriffs.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
I think what this is, Mike's a transport vehicle for the van they can transport 5 to 6 cruisers.
They have a transport officer in place already in the jail.
Yeah. What this is, right now, it's taking 4 or 5 officers to bring the prisoners to the courthouse and to the annex every meeting, or when they transport them to the other places. This year, we're buying a used van up here.
Yeah.
We got a donation to have it painted.
Yeah.
We're gonna put cages in it like it's supposed to have, and they can haul women and multiple men or multiple women at one time.
In most of the courts, I can't say every court in Marion County and the state, they do the interrogation with TV. They stay right at the jail, that's where they do it. They don't transport them, most of them, unless you go down to California.
We got both ways that they do it. They do it here also when it's something that they haven't got to do.
Well, I know I was here one day and they were fighting.
Judge, I'm not arguing, that's not correct. We have to transport them regularly from the jails to the courtrooms, because if that person requests to be live, they have to. be
Okay,
brought
I didn't know
live.
that, thank you.
It's a regular occurrence, we have to bring them over. They do a great job on the big screen, it helps us out,
Yeah.
but they are transporting, it is
I didn't know that, I'm sorry, thank you.
And this, especially when they plead, unless they waive that, they gotta be standing in front of a judge.
Okay. I learned something today.
Anybody else want to talk about the van? I mean, I'm 100% for it, but
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Abstain,
I'm sorry,
abstain.
okay.
I just think the sheriff should be here.
the sheriff had an emergency, that's the reason, and I thought I would speak for him.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Abstain.
Justice Van Kuren,
Abstain.
Justice White,
Yeah.
failed.
We need to look at what's really good for the county while we're voting, but, I mean, I don't care how you vote, I'm just, it's not nothing to laugh about, really. We need to take it serious. This is, we're trying to run a county business here.
I was being serious when I was running county business 2 votes ago, too.
I don't want to hear 2 votes ago. We're talking about the present. That's where we need to stay at, so let's get back on track. Let's roll them.
2021-108, being enacted by the quorum, let's see, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget numbers and compensation, ordinance 2021-4 for the calendar year 2021 for Marion County, Arkansas. And this is requesting coronavirus funds for the time clocks.
Motion to adopt.
Yeah, the motion.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes,
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Abstain.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood.
Yes.
Motion passed. An ordinance to amend ordinance 2018-4, Marion County Personnel Policy. This is regarding the compensatory time.
Say again, please, Dawn. The comp time.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Yeah, the motion. Got a second?
Justice Shipman,
What's the number, Dawn?
I'm sorry, it's 109. Justice Brigham,
yes,
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Nichols, Justice Van Kuren,
Abstain.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
motion passed. Ordinance 2021-110, an ordinance to amend the personnel policy, and this is required under the work requirements and with the lunch breaks and breaks will be each time.
Motion to adopt.
second,
You got a motion, second. Anybody want to talk about this one?
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Abstain.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2021-111. Ordinance to amend the Marion County Personnel Policy. This is to amend the section regarding compensation and fringe benefits.
Motion. Got a motion?
Who?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody need to talk about this?
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Abstain.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, we're almost there. An emergency, this is 112. An emergency ordinance amending the percentage breakdown of the Marion County's 1% countywide sales and use tax.
Motion to adopt. Second.
Got a second by Miss Claudia. Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, wait, 15. Okay, next up. It's resolution number 2021-13. This is the resolution to adopt the Marion County, Arkansas Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody like to talk about this? Would you like to explain this to them?
Okay.
We've been working on this for about 3 or 4 years.
About 20 years.
Yep.
Judge, I'm gonna present you with a copy.
Thanks.
You're gonna hand these out. So you can take these. The good reason why to adopt this resolution. Marion County had prepared their original hazard mitigation plan and it was adopted in 2012, I believe. I'm sorry, Brady. And after 5 years, it expires and you have to do an update. So this is your update.
Now I got the book. Yeah.
This is a cheat sheet. So first I'll introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name's Tina Cole. I'm with the Northwest Arkansas Economic Development District. My official title is Community Development Coordinator, which is a fancy word for grant administrator. And we represent 9 counties and 72 cities in Northwest Arkansas from Baxter County over to Oklahoma. And my job, doing grants, I'm mainly focused on mitigation, federal grants, and mitigation projects. So the Marion County Plan Update was one of my projects for 2000, to do the update from 2015. So your plan has expired, so I need you to adopt the resolution to adopt the plan to get you back eligible for federal mitigation funds. And mitigation funds can be used like the safe room at Flippin,
You had to have a plan adopted to be able to get the funds to do that. On the back page, we did a project in Washington County for the Evansville community, so it's a community safe room. And that will hold 35 people. But I bet you could probably get several more in there if tornadoes bearing down. But that is a fairly inexpensive project that you can provide safe shelter for your community. I personally think every nursing home and daycare should have one. Trailer park, just for a safe place for the citizens to go. And then the bottom picture is of low water bridge that had washed out, and we replaced it with low water crossing with mitigation funds. And typical mitigation projects are 75-25. Your portion would be 25%. Anyone have any questions? Voice vote.
Yeah, voice vote be good. That'd be good. All in favor? Any opposed? Well, let's stand. We are looking at these little shelters here with the concrete shelters. We're looking at putting at one of them at every fire station, trying to, wherever community, Summit, the county, and all the rural fire departments, they'll have a shelter there. It's a game plan if it goes through.
Resolution 2021-14. Resolution of Quorum, Marion County to certify law enforcement, local county government enforcement of business to participate in tax back program as authorized by section 15.427D of the Consolidated Descendant Act of 2003.
Anybody interested in this? This is part of the stuff that Texas Boats got. This is just another step of it.
Motion. Second.
Got a motion, got a second? This will not cost the county anything. They talked to us and guarantee it was cost us absolutely nothing. It's just part of the grants and stuff that Texas Boats getting. All in favor? Any opposed?
Next up is your appointment of Mr. Erickson.
Yeah, we're gonna appoint Mr. Norm at the airport board, and we're gonna appoint every member of the fire board back on. But the fire will have a meeting and they will designate what they are and the terms. Then they will get back to me and I'll bring it to next month's meeting. If they want to have the same president or whatever, but they will have a meeting. They can call a meeting and they will elect all of their officers and their term limits and all that. If you need the name, I will give them to you or whatever. I'll just give you a copy of this after it's over with. Do you want the names? Do you want all the names to the fire board members, or you want just to give you a copy of this?
You mean the fire?
This should be on the ordinance we passed earlier.
Yeah, I've got all
Yeah,
that.
all right. Yeah, I don't think Darla Davenport's going to be on there. So Darla's going to be off, so we're going to need one more person. But everybody else will be appointed back, and we'll get back with you after they have their special meeting and put the term limits and all that on the next Quorum court meeting. Everybody, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I got Mr. Brian C. wants to give us a little presentation.
Yes, did y'all did get the annual update? Okay. I've got another copy of it. I did have to update. I had a mistake in the community and economic development overview. And I'll point those numbers out to you. You mind pass that?
Yeah.
You wanted the judges there, please?
I think I got that already. I'll take it.
All right, so usually you guys will see I have copies here for anyone. Obviously, that would like it. Pass it around. Usually you guys hear from one of our 4-H members. It's usually our president of the Extension Council. And what the Extension Council is kind of like a quorum court. Each club sends a representative to the council meeting. Generally, that's each month. And they elect officers. And usually the president comes and presents to y'all, and so y'all know what 4-H has been up to in the past year. Because of restrictions due to COVID-19 and whatnot, they haven't been meeting. We are in full mode now of meeting. But we don't have a president at this time. Generally, we'll meet with you in October. But I was at the budget meeting, and we got to talk about that a little bit, and they said how they missed in the 4-Hers. And also, I don't have any cookies or green punch for you either tonight. But, anyways, thought it'd be good if I'd come and talk to y'all. And what you got in your packet, what I handed to you tonight, is the annual update. We used to call this the impact report, and but they changed the name. But it's basically a snapshot of the programs that we do in Extension. Kind of show you what we've been up to in the last year. The fiscal year that I report in is from 1st of October to the end of September. So those are the numbers that you're looking at here. But anyways, thought it'd be good if I came and just visit with y'all tonight and let you look at this. If you got any questions about it, let me know. If you'd like me to, I can just kind of talk through it. If you want me to do that, I can take up as little or as much time as you'd like for me to. Want me to go over it with you a little bit, or?
I'm interested in the educational context, because that's quite an error you made, no offense.
Yeah, I had 2 on there, and as I was looking at that, I was like, I'm pretty sure I had more than 2. So we report to a program called AIMS, and that's where we enter our contacts, direct and indirect, and that's a whole nother barrel of fish we get into on how that is designated. But I pulled up on AIMS the correct number and put that, and also changed the picture. And that picture there is with the kids with helmets on. That's our Marion County Youth Leadership Group, and that is generally that's 9th graders. Each school will send 7 into that group, and we'll meet. I think it's at least half a dozen times. I always get the numbers confused with their Master Gardener training. But they have meetings. This is the ropes course down at the 4-H Center at the State 4-H Center in Little Rock. And we go in there and do a ropes course, team building thing down there. So that's group. That group has been going on with for about, 20 years, I guess, or they might have started that way back when. And so that's part of our community and economic development. And so anyways, you can see there we've got 4 clubs, the 4-H members. Whenever I looked in our Reg Pack, which is a registration program, at 65, we generally will be around 90. As I've mentioned, our 4-H hasn't been able to meet for some time up until here in the last few months. So we're hoping that number is going to start to go back up. We have had personnel change. Our family consumer science and 4-H agent, Emily Moody, was with us about 3 years. She moved to, it's her husband's home in Prairie County. She transferred over there. But we now have Billy Collins, who has been in Baxter County as their 4-H agent for the last 15 years. So we're really glad to have her experience. And she is, we've swapped it around a little bit. She is our 4-H FCS agent. And so she started in October, and she's hit the ground running, and we've been doing real well. We're going to start, I think we're going to have our county council to meet quarterly instead of monthly. I think that's going to be, we're going to have our club volunteer leaders meet and discuss that with them. But I think that's going to be a little bit better logistics wise, rather than trying to meet every month.
quarterly is, I think, adequate to plan county events. Let's see, some 4-H events that we did have, outdoor adventure day. That is something that we do with Fred Berry Conservation Education Center. We had 51 there, which I think was still a pretty good turnout. Prior to COVID, the last one we had over 100. So, you know, we were really excited about that, but then we got shut down in the next year. But this year, we were grateful to be able to have that. Our Rabies Clinic, a lot of folks look forward to that and know about that, and that is something that we had this year. We cooperate with the vet clinic there, small animal clinic in Flippin. Bullet chain projects, the show at the fair at 8:10 We did have a county orama that that's our competitions. Kids will do speeches and things like that. We didn't do that this year, but we did have outside events. So we did have a county orama, we just didn't have them inside. And so we had a BB shoot, bake casting, bicycle competition, and all that kind of stuff. So we had actually a pretty good turnout for that, I think, in all things considered there. And then Emily, before she left, had a few workshops with them that we mentioned there. Community and economic development, you can see that number changed. And also the community project initiated one, that is with the Bruno Pyatt School. And they would like to have an outdoor classroom. So I'm working with them to get that worked out. That's something they've been working on for several years. And we're kind of looking at it in a little bit different angle. What I would like to do and what we work together on is having a big shade structure, be a metal structure, but with like a shade cloth on it. And then they've already got trees and stuff planted in the area. They've been there a long time. They're mature to get those with bells on, so they can take the kids around and identify the trees and different things like that. And not necessarily have a full-blown garden or anything like that, because that's something that someone has to maintain. And so I'm trying to think about longevity and not putting more work on other people. But anyway, that's in the works, and so I'm kind of excited about that. They already had a grant set aside for that, and they're working on another grant for that shade structure through, I can't remember the name of the organization, but it basically has to do with like skin cancer prevention and things like that. So that's a shade structure, something that they're interested in helping to fund. Ballot issues education, we'll have another issue of that coming out soon for the upcoming during 2022, I guess. Or when is it then? Is it November 2022? Okay. Then we had, of course, COVID-19 info program in campaign on our Facebook page. If y'all would look for us on Facebook, Marion County Cooperative Extension, and follow us there. Already mentioned the youth leadership program. And friendly consumer science, I can't elaborate on that much, as I'm not that agent. Billy was not able to be here. He had prior arrangements, engagements. Agriculture and natural resources, I can talk about. Had quite a few contacts there. And I will mention on the farm site visits, we've had a lot of folks moving to the county over the past year, and that's kept me pretty busy. I'm really thankful. I don't know how they find out about us. I hope that it's from Facebook and hopefully the county website and things like that. They've had a lot of calls, people moving in. They've got a little, few acres, more than what they're used to, and they're interested in gardening or having, small hobby farms and stuff like that. So I have had a lot of calls and done a lot of farm visits with that. So keep sending them our way. Actually, I had one call today of someone that was looking at some property up by Oakland and was asking about that. And so anyway, 5 demonstrations. I'm already going too long. You want me to stop? Okay. The 5 demonstrations, 3 of those were feral hog trapping demos. I don't know if y'all know this or not, and you probably do, but we do have, I think, at least 3 federal guys that are in the county that through a program and they trap. And then through the NRCS and the local conservation district, they have 2 guys. So they keep things pretty wrapped up as far as feral hogs. So I am the
Can you tell-
guardian, I guess, of one of the.
Can you tell us how many they've caught? I know right there where the traps is, there's 50-something beside their trap the other day. I got a picture of it.
According to this map that we got with their request, 175 Marion.
Yeah, I don't know what-
175.
Yeah, I don't know what their numbers are. They're different than from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
My,
in addition to what they're doing?
well, my trap, what I was gonna say was my trap is, I'm the keeper of the trap, I guess, so it's an area trap, so other counties can use it. And what I was getting at was those guys, they're pretty busy, stayed after the hogs. So I've been in Newton County, Washington County, actually went down to Franklin County with the trap. It's a regional trap, it's not just for Marion County. But I do go to their meetings every month, or that they meet, and let them know that we do have that trap, and let them know I'm glad to work with them. I'm educational, they're not so much geared towards that, they're just worried about trapping hogs. And with me, I have to have the education component in order for me to show up with the trap. We had a sage-grouse control demonstration. If there's any farmers in here, you probably know about sage-grouse, and that's an issue. We made some headway with that. Soil fertility demonstration and Bermuda grass hayfield. And I've got other documents if anybody's interested in those to show the results from that. And of course, we do the soil tests and whatnot. One last thing I will hit on, I think it's pretty important, is our Master Gardener program. We've got 22 Master Gardeners that are active. We trained one during the pandemic. They had it online. So they went online and took modules and still got trained. We've got 2 right now that are going through the training. So, and I know some of the bigger counties that had nobody. So I felt good that we at least had a couple that signed up to get trained. And they've got their 6 projects they do. And then of course our private applicator training, pesticide training. Any questions?
What's the ages for 4-H members? How young can they be?
5
5.
to 19. So sometimes we have 5, kids that are 5, and we got kids that are 19. So sometimes that can be challenging to work with all at one time. But our older members are really good. They a lot of times are help to lead some of the programs and stuff. So proud of them.
Good job.
Thank
I think it's good.
you.
Appreciate y'all
Yep.
letting me speak.
With that being said, the Constellation office over here at Crooked Creek, so they're wanting to us to appropriate $4,000 for their budget next year. So have we ever done that, Ms. Don? We probably need to research it before we just jump out and do something like that.
Ransom aid, what ransom aid, is it under that?
No,
No,
well,
I think so.
I don't know. Remind me tomorrow, I'll look and see what
Senior
it was.
centers and.
It was when we used to give money to School New Hope and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's in that.
It's in that same place, or it was.
We also got one of the most important people in Marion County here, the pet clinic. She would like to say a word or two.
Well, we haven't been, we used to come rather regularly and we don't come quite so frequently anymore. And part of it is because, just like everyone else in the county, COVID has greatly affected the shelter. It did not slow down the number of animals coming in. It definitely changed the way we do business. We have a lot less volunteers, and we are 100% volunteer. The other thing is that our thrift store isn't open just frequently, and adoptions were done by appointment only. So we've recently started increasing our numbers a little bit in terms of letting people in the door. And so we are open Thursdays through Saturdays, our thrift store. And on Thursdays through Saturdays, people can also come in and look at our animals for adoption. I know you're gonna find it hard to believe, but we opened the shelter in March of 2016. And before I came here this evening, we now have a shelter information system. So I was very quickly able to pull up our numbers. And then since March of 2016, we brought in 1,774 dogs and 655 cats to the shelter. for a total of 2,429 animals. And that's pretty amazing. This year, we are going to once again do our soup and chili supper. We didn't do it last year. This is our largest fundraiser that we have annually. It's going to be at the Madden Auction House on Saturday, November the 20th, from 5 to 8 p.m.
I've talked to your dad, he already knows about it.
Who's the boss?
And
I started to stop, okay?
Rio is going to be the band. All of the food is donated. All of the cakes and pies that we're going to auction off is donated. And for $7 a ticket, $7 donation a ticket, is all you can eat, and it's a good time. And we would really love to have all of you who are available that evening to join us. When I talk about the number of animals that we bring in, I think you need to realize that there are not enough people in Marion County to adopt 2,429 animals. So what we tend to do is we try to move as many animals as quickly as we can through the shelter and out of Arkansas. And last year, we transferred 259 animals out, and 178 of those were puppies under the age of 4 months. This year, and that was the 10 months from now, because I wanted to be able to compare the 10 months from January through through October. This year, we have already transferred out 346 animals, and 269 of those were puppies. So we send a lot of puppies out of state. It amazes me that the thousands of animals that we spay and neuter each year through the shelter and through the spay and neuter clinic, that we still have unwanted puppies in Marion County. We're doing everything we can to try to turn those numbers around. And also with the Community Cat Project, last year we had a $12,000 grant. And we still have a little bit of money left in that we've done several hundred cats, feral cats that we've trapped, neutered, and released. And the same is true with our puppy partner program. We received a grant from the Arkansas Animal Rescue Foundation that the amount of money that we put in to transfer puppies out of state, they gave us a grant to help us cover the shots, the vaccinations that we need to prepare those animals to. So we need your help, and I know that this county will help us, because even though it's been a bad year for the shelter in terms of the thrift store and adoptions, the dollars that have come in by donations and grants have just been remarkable, and most of it has come from the people here in this county. And all I can do is, we do not pay 1 cent for pet food. All of the pet food is donated by the residents of this county. And I just want to thank you all for what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Judge, I'm only human, and I got mad earlier. I would like to reconsider I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules and reconsider the ordinance on the transport van for the sheriff's office. If I need a second to do that.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Anybody want to talk about this?
I got mad.
Yeah, you know what is so sad is, and I'm just going to tell it straight. What is so sad is we come in here every quorum court, and there's about 4 or 5 know what we're voting on. And there's some of them come in here and they get weak and vote the other direction, knowing it's wrong. But that's y'all's vote. That's not my vote. You know, but we vote for something that's important for the county, and everybody wants to take their personal emotions out on the county, and I'm not putting up with it. And I'll let this slide this time, but any other time, this is not happening. I'm just going to tell you point blank. You know, if we're going to abstain or not, we're going to vote. We don't feel like we need to vote the right way. I'm sick of it. Everybody needs to come to the meetings. We have meetings every month, 2 or 3 at a time, and there's 4 or 5 in there making hard decisions, and the rest of us come in here and don't know what we're voting on and want to vote no or abstain or whatever. So we'd open it back up to the floor one more time and go from there. That's where I stand at on it. I'm black and white. I'm not weak. We do what you need to do. But it's pretty sad that we do this, and we've got critical issues going on. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm mad too. It's over with. We got a motion and we got a second.
Can I say something? These JPs are representing people out in the community. I mean, there's 1,500 people that they're representing.
No, 16,000. They're all representing everybody. There's 16,000 people in the county.
Of the county, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying Yellville, but I know my JPs and
Yeah.
we share opinions.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad y'all do. That's what they're here for. You know, we like went bankrupt last year because nobody would stand up. You know, because they didn't hurt nobody's feelings. Let's carry on, get back to business. Let's go.
So it would be, Don, correct to say that we're voting on bringing that back up, suspending the rules, to bring that back up?
Bringing it back, this ordinance back into the mix. So I have a motion and a second. Justice Scrima,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Underwood,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman.
Yeah.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yes.
Okay, now I need a motion to adopt.
Motion. Second.
You got a motion? You got a second?
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Justice Underwood, Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman,
Yeah.
Justice Claudia Brigham,
No.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrima.
I think the last time I abstained, I'm still abstaining.
Motion passes.
Can I bring mine back up again?
I make a motion to suspend the rules and bring it up for the motion with the,
Make a motion to adjourn. I'm ready to get out of here.
You gotta slow down a little bit.
I'd have to have a second for it to be brought back up.
Okay,
What do we,
I make a motion to suspend the rules and bring the one for the county elected officials as amended without the JP's break.
Nah, I'm not gonna break back up. No, I'm good. I'm ready to get out of here.
I
need
make a
some-
motion to adjourn.
Y'all have a good evening.
We do.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I got one more after this one.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I absolutely promise you we're not doing that.
I retract my motion to bring this one back up.
Appreciate everybody coming.
You know, I'm wearing my hearing aid, that kind of echoes.
I'm glad to hear you got them on.
I'm gonna get you a rubber hammer for up there.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's unbelievable.
I can't vote in the library. That's what made
So-
me.
Did everybody
Chris.
say you have to go get those?
Call Chris first.
So,
What?
No,